Hello and welcome back to the She Gallery Show. My name is Dulce Maria Diaz. I am founder and director of nonprofit Sharing His Energy Gallery.net. And you are with us live for the last segment of the season, the last segment of the year 2022, and the last segment of, at least for a year. So I am taking a break for all of 2023, and I can't thank you enough for being with us since 2017. I founded Sharing His Energy Gallery in 2014 while I was studying business for artists through the University of Chicago, following a series of dreams. And in 2015, I had my first exhibition called Paveway, where I was very passionate about sharing graffiti roots and the history, and teaching the difference between graffiti and street art, and really paying homage to the pioneers. And that was in 2015. And here we are in 2022. Earlier this year, we had the great opportunity to work with first generation graffiti writers. And we spent the last 2 years since COVID, since the COVID lockdown, we spent all of that year promoting. So during this time, we had this platform, Can TV, as a platform for me to be able to interview the graffiti pioneers. And we put the show together with two of the most recognized pioneers, Pengo and Trickster. So that was also a great honor. And in 2017, we started hosting here with you Can TV when Can TV first opened in its new location on Wood Street before it was on Green Street. And when we first started, I started with my co-host. I had a co-host and two technical engineers, my brother Nick and my friend Lucy were the technical engineers, and my friend Diane was my co-host. So these are friends and obviously family since we were younger. And it was really special to share these moments of like, oh, I'm going to be on TV and oh, I want to have my own show. And it's all very exciting. So it's nothing that I've ever gotten paid for. It's something that I completely volunteer to do, and that you get training from here at Can TV. So as a member producer, you pay an annual fee, and you get to produce these shows. If you have a nonprofit, you can have your own hotline. If you don't have a nonprofit, you can still produce. So it is a great platform that I've had a lot of fun doing. And it also takes a lot of time, as you can imagine, with scheduling the guest and taking 1 week out of your day to come here, including prepping, or not including prepping, I should say. And so I've had a ton of fun meeting so many people, and it always feels really great after each segment when you have your guests thanking you. And I think that by providing this platform, you kind of enrich in their day and hopefully motivate them to continue to do what it is that they're doing. So when I first started with Can TV, I was a producer, and I took classes for editing, filming, and production. So before I got to Can TV, I worked on 2 film productions. When I was younger, I was always investing myself in volunteer work with PAs and working as an extra. I did a little bit of modeling since I was younger. And somehow I went from being in front of the camera to being in the back of the camera, and I really enjoyed production. I loved the back end of things. And then after I was certified for filming, editing, I learned about the hotline, and I was like, wait a minute, I have this nonprofit, and I had just kind of, started She Gallery in 2015. So when they told me that these services were gonna open in 2017, I was like, sign me up. Like, I need to do that. So I kind of went away from production and film to host, and obviously be a director for She Gallery, curate art exhibits, do a lot of community work. We are having our 5th annual Domestic Violence Awareness Month celebration coming up next month. That is October. So it's all of these things that people reach out to you to want to do, and it feels really good when the community can trust you to make projects come alive. And so I've been working as a paralegal. That's what I had done for a living for the last 20 years. That's a long time. And it was this year that I stepped away from that role, and it was maybe something that I should have stepped away from a while ago. And I think that's something that's very important for people to do, is to balance your time and, of course, your energy. So sharing his energy gallery, I strongly do believe that all of us share energy from a higher source and our higher power, and the way that we can best connect to that higher power is sometimes in solitude, in meditation, and in prayer. And so it's something that I personally do on a daily basis. We are in the midst of tons of violence, and I'm sure that we're all feeling it. After the pandemic, there's been a lot of homelessness, a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of mental health issues that continue to rise because they've always been there. And not to mention the wars and crises that are going on all around the world. So I strongly encourage everyone to stay in your earthly realm and meditate and practice these practices, whatever your belief is, something that's going to unite and help others, or help yourself before you can help others. So I am taking a break for all of 2023. So ending the season early. The season was a little bit different than the past seasons. Can TV is going through a lot of transitions, which are great transitions. We're super excited about them. And so there's a lot of streaming going on, and a lot of great events going on. So we strongly encourage you to stay in touch with Can TV, and that's great. I mentioned during the last segment that I started here again as a producer, and I had my first art exhibition, or Can TV's first art exhibition here, which we're going to talk about shortly. And from there, I was invited to join the board of directors. I was in the board of directors, and at some point, I stepped up with governmental and relations, public relations, and the chair. I did political forum. And then this year in March, I became secretary with Can TV's board, which has been a great honor. And just watching the board grow and develop, and all of these developments with Can TV have just been amazing. So I'm also a student with Illinois Humanities. I graduated earlier this year from the first year, the Odyssey Project. And right now I am in the middle of the second year. We're studying kinship. So again, getting to know more of the humanitarians that we share the space with. And it's also been a great honor. And I just started our practice tours with the Art Institute of Chicago, with the museum. So I very much look forward to giving tours at the Art Institute. I'll make sure to keep you guys posted through our website. You can always visit our website and stay in touch with us. Something that has happened in my role as a director in 2015 is that I noticed that I've always been an artist, but I didn't really consider myself an artist or put myself out there. But when I started to do that, it started to gain some attention. So I had my own website as an artist, and then I had S.H.E Gallery, and then I was trying to do both. Well, I was trying to also be a paralegal and live a regular life, and that just didn't happen. So at some point, I kind of did let my artistry go, and I just fell into this role of being a director, which I really, really enjoy doing. And I continue to mention Family Resemblance, the evolution of Chicago-style graffiti, because I started S.H.E Gallery for that, and then to be able to work with the first generation, and you just can't get earlier, in history than that. So it's been a great honor, and we look forward to our panel discussion with Newberry Library coming up next month. So you can visit our website now at sharinghisenergygallery.net, and you can register for that. That is October 12th. I'll be speaking with Pengo, with East, and myself. During the promos that we had for the evolution of Chicago-style graffiti is where I met East, and I met a lot of the other writers, but there was something with East that was a little bit more captivating. He stood in touch, and we became friends, and then very shortly after, we became a couple, and that was something that I did not expect. So he lives in Colorado, as many of you know, and so I'm doing a lot of traveling back and forth. A long-distance relationship is not easy, but in this case, it's very much worth it. And so this season, I spent a lot of time in Colorado back and forth. And today we're ending the season early because I will be back in Colorado in the last segment of the season. So now I'm taking more time for myself, and the reason that I bring up East, aside from being happy and of course proud of this relationship, is that he has helped me to kind of get back to my roots as far as being an artist goes. And it's really changed me and shaped me, not only having the support, but also with the Illinois Humanities, kind of like looking at things in a broader perspective. So I do think that it is important for me to take this time to reconfigure S.H.E Gallery and make sure that we have the financial means that we need to continue to get by. I have been paying for everything out of pocket with my paralegal job since 2014, 2015, and this is a nonprofit 501c3, so it's like, I'm learning a lot more as I'm moving along. So today I really wanted to let you know what it's like on my end, how difficult it is to be in front of television where you can see me, but I can't see you. I have no idea who's watching. And of course, we're always being judged, whether we're being judged as for the good or for the bad, or we're influencing or whatever it is. So it does take a lot of guts to be up here. I just want to note that it's always difficult and it's always nerve-wracking. I do want to thank the co-host that I started off with, Diana Pasolo. Again, it was a lot of fun when we first started, being young kids, partying, growing up as adolescents, and then being in this different like adulthood or moving into an adulthood. She started teaching, and while she was here, she had recently gotten married, and now she has 2 babies. Like this growing up thing is serious. And then we had our brother here, my brother here, and Lucy, who's another dear close friend of mine, still very close. So as time went on, then we had Trickster, the Trickster, and after an interview, he did so well, tons of phone calls, everybody had a lot of fun. And so he took on a great role and volunteered his time to not only prepare an entire season's worth of great dialogue with contribution to graffiti and how it impacts and touches on other areas in all of life. So that was a great honor, and then working with him as a co-curator and just being a part of so many projects. So that was also, much gratitude to Trickster, to Lucy, to Diane, to my brother Nick. After the pandemic, we had some changes here at the station where we were doing interviews via Zoom. And then we were off, of course, like the rest of the world for a while. And then right now we have Omari, our great team here, helping with the technical engineering. And so again, we give a lot of thanks to Can TV for being with us and providing this platform. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a little recap. We're going to go back to 2017, season 1. And show you a little video, a little recap that I put together, just to kind of go down memory lane with you and show some of this gratitude. Omari, can you please take us to that video?
Go to the mouse.
Okay.
No, next to that. It should be up there. I already downloaded it.
Okay, it looks like I may be down here. All right, we're just waiting for
Go to the one next to that one. Go to this one. There you go.
Okay, let's take a look.
I'm Diane Pisola. I'll be helping Dulce and S.H.E Gallery co-host. Today we have a great segment for you. In the next 25 minutes, we're going to be talking about the aging diseases, specifically Alzheimer's.
My mom was diagnosed 11 years ago.
Tenemos 2 huéspedes muy especiales. Tenemos a Alma Domínguez.
Qué buena. Quedé huérfano, no conocí a mi mamá y me crié por la voluntad de Dios, con la ayuda de todo el mundo.
That's why I became a lawyer. $6 an hour. So,
Sort of to increase
college participation and enrollment for the whole southwest side of Chicago.
So my role at Mujeres Latinas en Acción,
Very young, I was sexually molested, and
What are the circumstances kind of surrounding your, your shooting?
And I started to witness violence and drugs abuse.
So a painter and a artist of several different mediums.
I've been an artist for about 25. Well, I've been an artist all my life. But
make legal fees more affordable to provide legal access to low and moderate income communities that many times are left without legal representation.
Okay.
We have Kathy Cummings talking to us today about her roles as a retired teacher, as an environmentalist, but mostly her role with the CPAC activists and the police crimes that we are experiencing today.
Como lo había mencionado, trabajo con basura y con barro. Entonces el barro lo uso como para representar la tierra y la basura pues para representar lo que creamos los humanos. Entonces,
this is a newer piece. I never really name my pieces. You cannot grant me freedom because it is not yours to take. It is not yours to control, nor is it yours to benefit from. Time has passed, and time is fleeting. Freedom has been assembled by me through my essence and through my soul. I live and breathe. And knowledge is misguided, for we have lost the definition of Adam. It is a mistranslation of Adam. It is what we originally are. Peace and guidance. The galaxies. Pulsating, intergalactic, radiating, orbiting matter and dark matter. We laugh because you cannot capture the galaxy. Thank you.
We took a flight to Tijuana, Mexico, and we were there a couple of days, and then one evening we just ran across, and next thing you know, we were on a flight on Southwest Airlines to Chicago and saw snow for the first time. So that's like my earliest of memories.
So I just want to show you guys a little bit of one of her most recent drawings that she did for me, because it's what I had at home. And that's in honor of Titi from Bella, Isabella Streeper, and this was just October 22nd of 2016. And what does painting do for you, Bella? Why do you like painting?
I feel like it expresses what I feel, and I wanted to do a painting in honor of my grandfather who is in the hospital.
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
haven't gotten a chance to, but I still really want to. I feel like it just expresses what you feel.
When you're sad.
people dance to music, because I did run into somebody that was, oh,
Can you play at my wedding?
Maybe. Depends.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Like, that's what the person said.
No, the person actually said, oh, you're a DJ. Oh, my nephew's a DJ. Good luck with that. It's kind of insulting, like.
Around, what sorts of programs are offered?
Absolutely. So the Illinois Council Against Handgun Violence, we're the oldest and largest statewide organization that works to prevent the devastation from gun violence.
Hello and welcome to the S.H.E Gallery Show. Tonight is a very, very special night. I know we always say that, but it's extra special because it is the last segment.
It is our last show
for the season. Thank you, Mari. So that was 2017. Time goes by really, really fast. And I really didn't know how long we were going to do this segment, this show. And it's not over yet. We're just taking a break. And we really look forward to coming back with a much better and brighter season in 2024. And that's not to say that S.H.E Gallery is going to stop, so make sure that you continue to stay in touch with us through our website. So if we can please go to the website, Omari. You guys can make sure that you guys stay in touch with us through our website at sharinghisenergygallery.net. And there you can see all of our previous segments. That is 12 seasons now. We also have a special segment to mental health awareness. Speaking on mental health awareness is called The Social Dilemma. Some of you may be familiar with the film, so they offer these talks for other people to share aid for mental health awareness. So that's always very special. Let's see. Omari, can you please take us to the website? Sorry about that. So while we wait for Omari to take us to the website, I want to again thank everybody for being with us all of these years. Since 2017, we've had over 100 guests come on, and the segments that you saw right now from 2017, a lot of them were focusing on, as you may have noticed, there was Alzheimer's, dementia. That was our first segment with La Brocha and how they used art to help with that. And then, Omari, can you please take us to the website? Thank you. So here, this is what I was saying, that you can visit our website, and that was season 1 that you just saw. So again, La Brocha talking on Alzheimer's disease. We had Alma Dominguez, Nicolas, who's my father. So we had some bilingual segments here. And we also had this segment on sexual assault. I was a sexual assault medical advocate with Mujeres Latinas en Acción. You heard a testimonial. So there was a lot of aid going on here. Civilian Police Accountability Council. You talked about immigration laws. We talked with Piloto, who's one of the artists that worked with garbage and clay to make sculptures. We heard from my sister Maria, who sits on the board of ed for S.H.E Gallery, and her daughter Isabella Streeper. And we had co-host Diane with a couple of these guests, including my other brother, who talked about his experience getting shot. So one of the special segments that we covered here was from Piloto. Piloto was one of the artists that we worked with in the past, and he was the one that we featured for the art exhibit that we had here at CAN TV. And this was in dedication to the 43 students that went missing in Ayotzinapa, Mexico. Recently, this year, just very recently, they were finally accounted for. So the 43 students that went missing in Ayotzinapa in September 26, 2014 were finally taken accountability. So here is an interview that we had with Omar, who was a surviving student. So here we see these gorgeous pieces. What he did, Piloto, was he sculpted all of their faces, and they were on our halls here. So if we go to watch this video, you can see the interview that was had with Omar. Okay, sorry, I'm not sure exactly what happened to the video, but we'll be sure to put it back up if it is no longer streaming. So yeah, these were just some of our breakthroughs that we had here with CAN TV, and it's just been a great time. So thank you again. Please remember to visit our website and go to the fall summer section so that you can register for the upcoming panel with Newberry Library, and that is featuring again Pengo East and myself. The actual exhibition is right now open to the public. It's called A Show of Hands, Handwriting in the Age of Print, curated by Dr. Gil Gage, and we have been invited to create the program for graffiti. So you get to learn a lot more. So again, continue to stay in touch through our website at sharinghisenergygallery.net. Stay safe, stay in touch. We will also have our 5th annual Domestic Violence Awareness Month performance art event at Bug House Theater Production, so make sure that you stay in touch for that. We started off with Comfort Station in Logan Square, and last year Bug House Theater Productions opened up their doors and we had a lot of fun. More participants and more guests. So if you would like to participate, you can also email us. That call closes at the end of this month, at the end of September, and we will have this event on October 29th. So October 12th, we have the program, the graffiti program at Newberry Library. And October 29th, we have our Domestic Violence Awareness Month event. And stay in touch for all upcoming events. Have a great rest of your year. Be safe, stay sane, create. Peace.